Rohan defends CAIR Andros as Gondor is away on holiday, and they have called upon a very unusual ally to defend alongside them in today's 2v2 Dawnless Days siege battle. Today, Rohan has joining alongside it the Goblins of Moria, which are way over here, defending against the Uruks of Isengard and the Haradrim of the East. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. It should be an interesting one, that's for sure. I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen a CAIR Andros siege. And like on the new sort of like refurbished CAIR Andros, where it's not just one single choke point, and it's actually multiple choke points to get into this city. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. It looks like already a gate has been destroyed, and the guard of the Golden Hall have been given the job of defending this gateway. And there's 2 units here defending this gateway, so this should be a pretty sturdy defense, I imagine. And on the other side, we have Haradrim swords waiting patiently to come and join the fight. But yes, we'll see how that one goes. Already Harad as well, fighting on the wall here against Erling Retainers. A fairly even fight, I would have thought, for both sides. Both Harad and Rohan don't have the greatest of swords, but I would have thought that the defenders will benefit from this one, that is for sure, having the defenses on their side. Looks like also the garrison of the Hornburg here getting focused down, absolutely peppered by Corsair archers. Some very cheap archers here, but you know, nowadays with missile block not being a thing for archers, these guys are getting peppered. You can see him here, look at him, he's trying to protect himself with his shield. I don't know actually, maybe these guys do have missile block as they have a shield. They might be one of the few archers that do, but even still, they're getting absolutely peppered right now by archers. They really are. But yes, if you are enjoying all things Total War, Dawnless Days, and Lord of the Rings, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 9k subs. And yeah, sit back, relax as we have a glorious 2v2 Dawnless Days siege, which comes down to the wire, and I've been told there are some huge kills on some certain sides. I'm very excited to see who is going to come out on top of this one, because honestly, Rohan and Goblins could be a pretty horrendous duo, or maybe it is the stuff of legends. Who knows? With the Goblins over here already taking on Isengard, which I ranked as one of the best siege faction in Dawnless Day Total War. If you haven't seen my sort of like top 5 ranking video, I definitely recommend going check it out. I mean, spoilers for who is the top, but I had Isengard topped for certain reasons, including having very useful units for choke points, such as Grenadiers, which are back here. We also have the Sappers as well, which can blow holes in walls, or they can just blow holes in units that are defending a choke point. And the same with these Grenadiers, they will destroy, annihilate an entire defensive formation if they have to try and get through a choke point. They are pretty damn nasty. Harad is also doing pretty well, it seems, over on the side here. Dropping shock infantry onto this wall to deal with the Erling Retainers here. Yeah, they seem to be slicing and dicing these guys up quite nicely. They need more archer support to Rohan over here, really. He's got his garrison of the Hornburg here supporting, which is good to see. Clearly went for the expensive choice when it came to archers, because he was hoping to, I guess, use these garrison of the Hornburg as backup sort of his infantry fights later on. I mean, this one's pretty battered already. He's starting to kill these Corsairs off finally, though. Problem with bringing cheap archers is that they don't really have much in the way of armor then. But they are, yeah, finally getting some revenge, is Rohan there. In the back we have Muhad Hunts as well, Javi. We also have the Mummaks here, so they brought some baby Mummak kill along to the fight. Could do very nicely in choke points. Just need to avoid mainly, well, actually any missiles, to be honest. Mainly Javis, though, which I don't think anyone's brought. But bows will probably just do as much damage to those guys as well. Javi's actually here in this front line. Oh gosh, I don't know if we can really see that. But yeah, these Javis have been throwing into the Garden Golden Hall. Oh my gosh, they've actually butchered those guys. The first layer of Garden Golden Hall is nearly dead. Look at that, 6 out of 20. I don't know if that's just from Javis or if that's from fighting as well, but my gosh, they've obliterated that unit. Horrendous fighting there, really, from was horrendous from Harad. I mean, Rohan can't do much more than just stand there and pray that the Javis will stop. Yeah, finally the attack for this gate is commencing. The Guard of the Golden Hall will have to fight for it. I mean, kudos to this one, fighting at 5 men left. They're going to need someone else there in that gate very shortly, though. They have not much in reserve, though. We have Aemir, we have Garrison the Hornburg. Yeah, not much in the case of like reserve infantry for Rohan. And they are kind of getting through the defenses quite quickly, Harad. Same on, like, they're back to this side here with the shock infantry. They are annihilating these early retainers, really. They are about to break. And it's actually there's a lot of Rohan troops just on the walls still, and they're holding quite nicely. The next wave will be a bit tougher, though. Umbar Usurpers, and then I imagine the Haduna and Kori is the final wave. Could be a pretty nasty combo there. Goblins, the positive with Goblins is they can bring just a shed ton of infantry. Just cheap stuff, just try and hold the line, slow your men down. And you can see that's going on here. You've got like I think they're called the Night Stalkers. I always forget their name. Night Raiders. There you go. Night Raiders, not Night Stalkers. Yeah, they're taking on Uruk-hai infantry here. Actually looks like it might be White Hand Stormers. Well, no, it's Uruk-hai infantry. Just a lot of them. There must be a White Hand Stormer unit up here as well, if there is, because there's far too many guys with the big Stormer shields here. Yeah, they are slowly getting through those Night Raiders. But that's impressive. Like, this Night Raiders held up, and they've managed to kill a whole White Hand Stormer here, and they're killing this other Uruk-hai infantry. And this is what the Goblins are good at. They just have cheap trash units like this. They get to 200 odd men you have to get through, and during that time, the Goblins will just pepper you with archers. I'm expecting some big kills for those archers there. And you can see already, look at this, Isengard is already pretty short on reserves. He's throwing all of his swords forward right now to try and break through. It's kind of poor, to be honest, from Isengard. He's kind of throwing everything forward, not keeping anything in reserve. And he's blobbing up seriously on these walls. I know I said these were one of the better factions, the sieges, but you've got to obviously use them correctly. And I think he should have opened up a choke point with his sappers, just to offer something different. I know it might be a bit wasteful. You're like, oh, these guys can get hundreds of kills, but sometimes just to enable your own assault to like have success, you've got to open that choke point. He's got 2 sappers anyway, so it's not like he needs to use both for blowing up defensive formations. It won't matter if there may not be any defensive formations if they die at the wall. Berserkers are struggling as well in this fight. They're losing down here. We've got High Chieftain's guard here. And also, I think, more Night Raiders. I think he just spammed out the Night Raiders, which is fair enough. Mordor Uruks over here. The guys that have been loaned to the Goblins from Mordor, they are running away. Staying out of archer fire, which is a good idea. Some swords from Rohan as well have come off the walls by the looks of it. And they're starting to defend that gate. It seems like it's the main way that Harad is going to try and break through. And obviously he needs that gate being opened for his Mummaks to get inside. But here we go. More Numenorean-esque sort of units now coming in for Harad. We have the Haduna and Kori coming up. These guys with their big Zweihander swords. They're going into action now. And they're going to do some pretty damn nasty work. Umbar Usurpers as well going in as well. We'll see how these guys can do. You see the spears here engaging with the Muhad hunters. These guys are like still fighting on. It's pretty impressive that they like carried on. Like for a Javi unit, they're pretty damn good, that's for sure. That they fight on this long. So yeah, these guys here, they should just carry on the fight. They'll probably break through. They'll probably break through eventually. I don't think with these units here, but if they bring the Mummaks up and maybe some shock infantry, I think they could break through. Rohan's already burned through a lot of ammo. Like his archers already having to go to combat. Yeomen of the Mark up there, even the Garrison of the Hornburg, they're starting to rout. That was the weakened unit, I think, though. But yeah, they still got one Garrison of the Hornburg with a good amount of ammo, but the rest already used up or gone. That is not a good sign. So yeah, bring up those Mummaks fairly soon, and you'll have no sort of resistance when it comes to archer fire. Resistance, though, is still very stern on this side here. It's kind of hard to show what's going on. There's not much sunlight here. So, and you know, with the tiller being not very bright, this is always a problem. You see the Uruks here, they're landing on the walls. They are starting to take these walls a little bit more effectively now, but yeah, still a lot of routing troops here. Look at this, not good at all. They're nearly out of infantry, really. It's going to come down to what remains of their shock. They didn't even bring any pikes, did Isengard? I just realised. Pikes are obviously very key. fighting for this, the bottom of these walls pretty bitterly. Yeah, no pikes, no crossbows. It's a very unusual Isengard sort of build this is. If he just destroyed the gate and then put a pike unit through it, I don't think the goblins had much that they could counter with, because the goblins themselves don't look like they brought any sort of pikes or anything like that. So, yeah, very strange from both sides for a siege battle, neither side having pikes. Whether they just banned pikes, I don't know. I mean, Rohan obviously couldn't bring any, and neither can Harad. I doubt it. I just think that neither side decided to bring any. Maybe they just thought that they got focused down too easily in siege battles, which is true. They do kind of get focused down a lot at the moment.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
With that 0 missile block, it is pretty hard to use them effectively in a siege battle, but we'll see how they do. Muhad Hunters are still in here. And yeah, it looks like we're patiently waiting for Umbar Usurpers and various other things right now to try and break through the spear line. But, you know, Guard of the Golden Hall, they're very good. I mean, they are losing. But, well, actually, that's the Retainers are losing, but they haven't lost a man yet. The Guard of the Golden Hall, they're doing okay. They're combat even. They're doing just fine. They should actually be fine. Back over here, as you can see, early Retainers, they're holding on. Fighting Umbar Usurpers. These men of Umbar, trained fighters. Looking very similar to their Gondorian cousins. But yeah, I don't imagine these Rohan forces are going to hold for very long. And it looks like, actually, they pull through? No, the Adunakori do hold the gateways to get off. So the Adunakori are getting off the walls. This is probably a poor move. Because, yeah, they should slice and dice this early Retainer that is gone to face them. If Rohan is smart, he'll bring up... He's actually bringing up archers. Oh, and his garrison of the Hornburg, I think, is gone for supplies. That's good. But yeah, he should really bring up Aemir here, and he should have Aemir just charge at the back of these Adunakori and kill them. But we, in fact, have Mordor Uruks coming over here from the Goblins. The Goblins are now, yeah, shifting this way. And they're coming to help their Rohan ally, which is just a strange thing to say. Yeah, look at that. Garrison of the Hornburg. They're firing into the backs of these Adunakori, and they should start to change that fight around very nicely. Rohan should be able to hold. Mordor Uruks actually might just let the Rohan archers do the work here. And I don't blame them. Don't blame them if they do. I mean, I'd also just get Aemir to just come in and just do a rear charge. He'd absolutely annihilate this shock. Really would actually probably like end that fight pretty quickly. But here we go. The Mumaks are being ordered forward. Here they come. Charge on in, boys. I mean, you got to go through that gate. That's the only way you're getting in. There's no way you're going over a wall. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. But yeah, look at this. Isengard is defeated almost. I mean, we've got the White Arm Grenadiers over here as well. They've come forward and thrown some grenades somewhere, but I'm not sure where. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't know where the heck they're going to do that. Oh, they actually have a Night Raid out here. I wonder if they threw it at them. The Night Raiders are just trying to kill off these Grenadiers. They just try and fight them, kill them. That also seems like they've... Yeah, I think there's a sally out. I think that's what's happened, actually. Now I'm looking at all the bodies. Looks like there's been a sally out here. Yeah, this will be the Night Raider, I think. Unit that's sallied out. Because they attacked these sappers here. And they were going after the White Arm Grenadiers. So, yeah. Goblins are so aggressive right now that they're just sallying out units. And they probably could. They could probably sally out the rest of their army. And they obviously sweep aside what remains here, because it's just archers and like blowing up units. There's nothing like exciting that's going to hold them back. Mordor Uruks over here, they're still fighting on against the Adunakori. Yeah, it seems like these Adunakori surrounded, going to die, but as you can see here by Usurpers, they're coming down, they're going to start slicing and dicing the backs of these Umbar these Mordor, Mordor shock infantry here, these Mordor Uruks.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
And there you go. I think we're going to have a rear charge there from Aemir coming into the back lines of these Umbar usurpers. Very nice charge there, very nice. And that should help even the playing field a little bit there. And in fact, those Mordor Uruks have managed to turn around and they're going to just be able to take on the Umbar usurps here. Nothing else. And we have reinforcements as well from Rohan also coming in to support this fight. The spears coming off the wall, that will certainly keep Aemir away, I imagine. These are also heavy, oh no, they're medium spears. I always thought they were heavies. Yeah, looks like Aemir might be kept at bay for now with the spears being deployed down here, which is why I always send spears first into a siege battle off the wall, because then cavalry never attacks them.
Have regrouped.
As you can see, yeah, it looks like the Rohirrim infantry is going to retreat again. It's just a little too much for them. It's a little too much. Actually, they're just reorganizing. Maybe going to try and flank. I don't know. Shock infantry here, though, is absolutely slicing and dicing these Umbar usurpers. And it's kind of becoming a little bit... Oh, actually, there you go. Isengard is going to bring around the rest of its forces to come and help against well, with Umbar. Not with Umbar, sorry, with... Harad. If I've called them Umbar, I do apologize. It's because I played too much Damn Last Breath, and these units are in Umbar as well. But yeah, it looks like they're piling stuff through the gates. Well, Spears trying to make a push here is not a good idea. They can certainly do with Isengard's like explosive units to try and just coupled with their like elite units that Harad has left. They could make a decent push. Thing is, it's going to be tough. Like, Goblins have already done a good job defending once against Isengard. They'll probably do a good job again here against Harad. Like, it's still the same tactics work, just a massive infantry being held to slow down while archers just come into play. I mean, the Goblins and Rohan still have a decent amount of ammo, it seems. Well, Goblins kind of looking low, but they can get resupplies, that's the thing. So, resupplies are always a possibility. Aemir here could go for a charge. I feel like these Muhab B-7s are not looking the right way. That shield wall is definitely not looking the right way. Slicing and dicing here. I can hear the charge. Oh, they did in fact charge. I totally missed the charge. I didn't even hear them. It was sneaky cab. There you go. In goes Aemir. And he's going to route that spear with the charge from the shock infantry from the front, which they do a lot of damage to spears. Aemir in the back. Yeah, they managed to deal with them. And then they should be able to move on to those Umbar usurpers. And they're already wavering. So that's another wave, really, of Harad that's just been pushed off this wall. And these guys got further this time. There isn't much left that come up, so I mean, what is left? We've got an Underduna Corey, we've got another Muhad Hunter. The Mummak's obviously still to come in, which is probably what's keeping the balance power so even right now. It's probably just those Mummak's. There is obviously these reinforcements now from Isengard. They have more archers, the explosive units, which honestly I just use like an explosive unit and just blow up a hole in the wall, get the Mummak's inside. Problem is I wonder if they're leaving this ammo for the Mummak's. I imagine so, but I don't know. There you go. Aemir's helped rout all of those remaining Haradrim there. And now it's back to fighting on the walls for those guys. They're just still fighting off against archers here. The long, slow fight for these walls. Yeah, these guys here. I do like how the archers have axes. That's kind of cool. Something a bit different, a bit more unique. We've got Umbar usurpers landing on the wall here. A fresh unit here. Where will they go, though? Seems like... I keep coming back to Rohan, and they seem to still have early retainers just popping out of nowhere. Healthy units. Like, I didn't think they had anything left. just seem to like keep popping up with just the old retainers. Like, yep, we're still here, we're still alive, we still have infantry, and like, how? How, dude? It's crazy, is what it is. They're holding the gate very nicely, as you can see here. They should hold that for a little while yet. You actually can see spears pulled back. I don't know whether Haraj is thinking we've got to try from a different angle here. But I mean, there's not much they can do really. I mean, I could bring up these Uruk-hai archers, try and shoot units up behind the wall, shoot these Mordor Uruks maybe, get rid of them. They could try and mount their archers on the wall with support from infantry. They could try that as well. I don't know how well that will work, but they could give that a good go. Goblins still have units like over here, like Hive Chieftain's Guards and Mordor Uruks. And Goblin King's over here as well. Like, get back to the other side. You can see the Isengard's not over here. I mean, also you hold the gate. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, no, I think they need to shift everything over here now. That's what they should be doing. Surely they're aware of, like, Isengard does not have much left. I mean, I guess you could hide stuff in this forest, but you could always sally out a tiny little unit, go and check. But anyway, back in the fighting over here, which is kind of slowing down. Oh my gosh, look at this. On my usurpers, they just sat here waiting. They've already lost like a good 50 men. They haven't even gone into melee. It's insane. I'm interested to see what the archer kills are for the defenders, because I think they've actually done, the archers have been MVPs in this game. Yeah, look at the blood coming off these Umbar usurpers. Each volley is brutal. And the drop, like, yeah, these units are dropping quickly. They're all wavering. They're actually trying to get off the wall instead of fight the archers on the wall. And yeah, that did not go well, because all you're meeting is a wall of Uruks. And they're instantly all dead and routing. Oh, here we go. Big problem now, though, I just saw that. The big problem for Rohan. So, the sappers have gone off. They have blown up a lot of Rohirrim there. A lot of Rohirrim, actually. I don't think that's why they're probably pulling out the second unit, because they're worried it's going to happen again. The sappers are still alive, still have ammo as well. It could happen for a second time. We'll see here. Will they go off? I can see them in the middle there with their big bombs on their back. Will they dare to try that again? I mean, they've got friendly units in around them. There's also not a lot to kill. They're wavering it. They're actually pulling through. That's pretty poor. But there you go. They actually did blow up this Erling Retainer. Oh my gosh, they actually annihilated it. Look, down. That was 140 men, down to 10. And there you go. The sappers. I mean, they shouldn't really have done that. They pulled through. It's pretty poor from the Isengard player. Pretty poor. But he actually has just annihilated that Erling Retainer. Very nice. And that is now going to change the whole balance of the game. Because they might actually capture this gate here. And then if they capture the gate, they can flood through what remains. And if not, they'll just keep going again. There's got more sappers. They can carry on this fight if they want to. Keep spearing away.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
Carry on fighting, men of Rohan. You must hold this gate. Got early retainer that's somehow outside the walls. How does that get there? It's only a tiny little unit, but it actually has helped to rout those Muhad hunters. That is actually hilarious, and because of that, Rohan holds the gate. And we're seeing, you can see, yeah, the sappers are getting absolutely peppered. I'm surprised they're not getting shot more. 6 out of 12. That needs to be 0 out of 12. While they're still alive, they're still a threat. You can see that the early retainers are going to engage them, and they're going to stop these guys. If they waste their explosives on a tiny unit like this, it's not even worth it. It looks like they might be all about to die. This final sapper's there. Yeah, he just died. Oh no, there's one more. One more brave sapper. He's dead. There you go, they got rid of him. Now will they throw their grenades to rout these tiny units? Oh no, seems like Harad is going to send in some tiny little sword units to try and hold them up. It's a battle of tiny units. I imagine the archers will die here. I mean, they're just trying to like hinder. They're just trying to hinder Isengard just ever so slightly. But the students now in combat, it can't fire. It helps out other areas of the battlefield. Same over on here, this side as well. Just, you know, gives the troops inside a little bit of freedom, a little bit of pressure lifted off them. They can reset, they can find some cover. Do what they need to do. I love this guy though. Look at him, he's got like a skull almost for his like his face. Or his paint, like his war paint there. It's awesome. Yeah, Haradrim swords here. Not Haradrim swords, Muhad Beast Tamers. Haradrim swords are there. Harad has successfully routed those guys, is what I was trying to say. We've got the baby Mummuks back here. They are apparently firing. I don't see it. But they do have bowmen on top of them, so they could actually fire if they wanted to. Looks like we're about to see a White Hand Grenadier volley coming forwards here. They are firing onto the Grenadiers as well. I mean, if they throw their grenades now, they can do some serious damage to these goblins. Let's see. Will they? Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Another volley coming in, doing some more serious damage to those High Chieftain's guards. I just throw all the volleys because I don't think the Grenadiers are going to get a chance to come back outside the walls. Or get back to the walls. Oh my gosh, look at that. The goblins surge forward, try and deal with these Beast Tamers. There you go. Looks like I think the Grenadiers, did they go into combat or did they row? Oh no, they're in there. They're just sat at the other side of the wall. They are dying though, pretty badly. They need to just keep shooting these Grenadiers. They're probably still quite a big threat with that small amount of ammo. They're also probably just thinking we need to hold on to ammo for the baby Mummuks. It's kind of a tough decision for the defenders right now. What do they use their ammunition on? The things that could literally blow holes in their defenses, or the units that are just going to trample them if they don't have ammunition. That is the problem. And they don't have like pole arms or anything like that to counter the Mummuks. Goblin heavy archers here. Using up the last of their ammo to shoot these Uruk-hai archers here. They are still shooting those Grenadiers. They are low and they are wavering now. Beast Tamers are losing in that fight. The Goblin Blade Warriors still doing the good work, even though they've been absolutely pounded by grenades. And in a fight on the other side against Isengard. This gate is starting to pile up with bodies quite seriously here. Keep on fighting for this breach. But who is going to win? Do let me know who you think in the comments. It's still extremely close. I mean, numbers are 800 against 2,000, but easily could be turned around with one charge from the baby Mummak here, I feel like. One charge and they can still be defeated. We'll see. Those Mummuks have it in them to kill 400 or 500 men easily on their own. And in the case of goblins, surely doubles. They're tiny. Just squashing beneath the feet of the Mummuks. There you go. Looks like Lurz is retreating. Whether he didn't like his general being in combat, he is only a light bow infantry. I imagine he's got pretty good melee stats. But here we go. Finally. They've come forward a few times and then retreated. But finally, it looks like the Mummuks are getting the order to come forward.
Our men are breaking off.
Slowly but steadily, they're coming. And this is got to be the last throw of the dice, I would have thought. This will either go right or wrong for Harad. If it goes very right, they'll break through. They'll have no issues. I pretend the Aduna Kori with them. Those guys, along with the Mummuks, will do a great job. Like, oh my gosh. Yes, the fate of CAIR ANDROS will be decided now. Will the baby Mummuks break through? I mean, they're putting up some pretty... Well, it's a fairly healthy High Chieftain's Guard there, but the other two units not so healthy. Honestly, looks like the Mummak's being driven by some drunk drivers as well. They're swerving from left to right, but here we go. In come the Mummak. And into combat they go. Just pull them through. Oh, fires. I don't think they scare the Mumaks, actually. I don't think that they can be scared. I think they're only just shot and killed. But we'll see. Yeah, now they're going back to normal ammunition now. They'll start to kill these guys pretty quickly. I feel like they could do with a little buff with the Mumaks. Maybe because it's just the baby ones. Maybe the larger ones will have a buff. Because they are planning to add larger ones. We'll see. But yeah, look at this. Baby Mumaks, they are starting to lose slightly already. And this is what was my fear with the ammunition stakes still for the defenders. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's also good, like, sort of archers like Garrison the Hornberg. They won't miss at this range. And the Mummak bodies are starting to mount up here, starting to pile around the gate. Here comes the Adun Rakori as well, and like I said, this is one last charge. You can't even really see what's going on, but it's the Mummak bodies now. They should just try and pull through, cause some havoc. I don't know how many kills they've got. They've routed a few Goblin units though. The Goblins having to send more and more in, and so is Rohan now. They're sending their Garrison the Hornberg. Like a sea of bodies down there, just slowing down the Mumaks.
Unmet, the men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing. Our ally has been destroyed.
There you go, you can see the Adun Rakori trying to still go in. Allies have been destroyed. Oh, is that Isengard? Isengard routed? Oh yeah, they fully routed. Oh my gosh. A lot of retreating Uruks here. Oh my, broke so early. These guys are like quite healthy as well.
Men are broken and running for their
like Lurks broke 116 men. That's incredible. That's actually done a lot of damage for the balanced power with that loss of troops there. The Mumaks as well also dying. It's probably not helped, and I think that is going to be the battle now decided. It did seem like it was unlikely that they were going to break through if there was still some ammunition on those Mumaks. If they had trolls instead, trolls soak up archer ammo very nice, but not Javi ammo. So that would have been, they would have been the perfect replacement. The trolls do take a little bit more time though, I feel like, to kill troops than Mumaks. Here you go, the Adun Rakori in here, slicing and dicing at those Rohirrim. Trying to get their way through. They still believe that they can break through and get to CAIR Andros. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. This is really all that remains. I mean, they haven't got much further than the entrance of the gate right now. Is there any other like pushes? I don't think they've got anything else that they can really push with. They've got some Javies, which I think they have full ammunition. Yeah, these Muhad Hunters still have full ammo. I'm surprised they didn't throw those guys in. And then it's just the Beast Tamers and the Cav General back there. I still think that though the Saps did do a good job. I mean, the first one did. The second one just got absolutely chopped down. The second, certainly one of them should have just been used to destroy a wall, just stretch the defenders a little bit more than just this one gateway, which is kind of what the fight came down to in the end, after the walls were abandoned. And I honestly think often that's the case. I feel like in these siege battles, when you see attackers don't win, I think it's just, sometimes it's just down to the attackers not stretching the defenders enough. You have usually more money, which usually means more men, unless you're playing against the Goblins, usually. That's not the case. They still have more men than you. But you just have to try and stretch them. Eventually you'll find a place where they just can't defend. Either because they don't have enough men or because it's just not worth their time defending. and then you get a foothold, and then you go from there. But yeah, I mean, you can see the bodies that this gate is like attracted. There's a lot of dead here. And this is exactly what I mean. If they had another choke point, there might be less bodies here at this gate. And they actually might be breaking through to the final defense. I mean, the final defense for CAIR ANDROS is still pretty tough with those 3 choke points. My gosh. See, the goblins are actually still going back here to resupply. Even though the battle's pretty much over, I think they're still thinking about that, about winning and resupplying. Fair enough to them. General on like Harad over here is looking for. I don't actually know what he's looking for, but he's looking for maybe a way in. Maybe he's just trying to avoid Aema. Aema has sallied out. He's going to go for these Muhad hunters here. This could be a bit risky, to be honest. It is the end of the battle, so I guess Rohan can take a few risks if he wants to. But also, maybe he's trying to bait that general closer so he can use the garrison of the Hornburg here.
Our general is being attacked! Keep him alive!
I mean, the Javies also could be coming over, but yeah, here we go. I think he's now going to go in with Aema. Heavy shock cav against these, well, also heavy shock cav, I believe, in the Serpent. Yeah, the Serpent's also, Serpent Guard's also heavy shock. Yeah, here you go, Archer Fire coming in. And that might turn the battle in their favor, because Aema's already pretty beaten up. He's lost some men. He's actually pulling out of combat. That was a dumb idea. He was fine where he was. Why did he do that? He also gets the Archer Tower support. That would have been great. Yeah, now he's made it almost impossible for himself to win. I don't know what his plan was here, really, Aema. He should have just stayed in combat, because he's losing a lot of cavalry here. These archers, I mean, they've actually just used up all their ammo. Maybe that's what he was thinking. But he has actually kind of got away with that. Just about.
The men are losing faith!
Final few men of the Aduna Kori here. Fighting. They're still killing a lot of guys. That's the problem. Like, you might be beating them, but they'll still take a heck of a lot of them down with you.
And are broken and are fleeing!
Now it's just the Javies. I think they're just going to get rushed. They might just chain route, to be honest. We are at, like, what? 1,600 against just under 300 here. The famous 300 of Harad fighting on. I mean, this, yeah, they're barely. Oh, here we go. Javies throwing. Kind of is a little bit buggy. They, I think, are technically in combat with like 2 guys, so they're throwing their Javies. It's a little bit cheap, but hey, the battle's over. I mean, they are throwing into a massive infantry back there.
From the enemy.
And there you go. They've routed, and I think also the general there has routed as well. And there you go. We have a valiant defeat for Harad and its ally Isengard. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end result. So this one was sent in by Chicken Wolf, who was playing as one of the Gobos, but it was, I guess, from the perspective Zep's Z-Spy here, who was playing as Harad. So, but it was sent in by Chicken Wolf. But yeah, so as you can see, 109 kills for these Serpent Warriors, 112 for the Unbar Usurpers. Had some early success in Harad against Rohan, and then just as the Goblins shifted over their way after defeating Isengard, yeah, it kind of went against them. 210 kills for Aduna Kori here, 155 for another Aduna Kori. Javi's getting 176 kills, and the Mummak's getting 138. I actually thought these guys did better than that, but apparently not. Then we have Mass here, playing as Isengard. Yeah, his infantry kind of struggled on those walls against the Goblin infantry. Best getting 120 kills. Yeah, his Storm is even worse. Had a really rough game. His General Alert's getting 102 kills. His Shock infantry probably doing the best for him. 136 kills, 124 kills, 133 with the Sappers, and his Grenadiers getting 91 kills. Then we have the Goblins here, played by Chicken Wolf. 129 kills with his Blade Warriors here. 105 kills with the Mordor Uruks, 165, 126 with his other Mordor Uruks, and yeah, his Goblins getting 272 kills, 250 kills, 260 kills, 297 kills. Yeah, these guys got like 1,000 kills between them. Very nicely done. Then we have Ride of the Rohirrim playing as Rohan. Perfect matching of name there. Then we have Aema getting 121 kills here. Then we got 190 kills with these Guard of the Golden Hall, 131 kills with the Earling Retainers, 169 kills with the Earling Retainers here as well, 163 with another one. And then his archers also did pretty well. Not as well as goblins, but still very well. 192 kills with the Yeomen of the Mark, and then his Garrison the Hornburg getting 165, 160, 133 kills there. But there you go. Rohan has managed to defend CAIR ANDROS while Gondor was away, and they did it just perfectly fine with their goblin allies. I hope you guys did enjoy the siege. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.